YouTube commenter versus YouTube subtitles. Who will win? Fight! Once again, we revisit Evidential University with the good pastor trying to tell Christians that atheists are meanies. Because I guess daring to care if what someone professes publicly is factually correct or defensible is now a bad thing. I don't get it. But let's see what the pastor says in part 4 of his series, Debating the Atheist Brigade.
When you debate an atheist, there is likelihood he's going to throw something worse around.
Throw something what? I'm sorry, but your subs are terrible.
It depends on the setting. In a professional setting, this hardly happens.
So, atheists are going to throw something around, but in a professional setting, this hardly happens? I mean, I'm trying to work out exactly what he's talking about by looking at the context of his statements, but at the moment I'm having a real problem. If anybody has any idea what he means, please let me know in the comments.
But if he means somebody on the street or in a campus or a house or something, he's going to throw words like delusion.
Okay, I got that part. And I'm sorry, but if what you believe fits the definition of delusion, I'm going to use that word whether it makes you feel bad or not. Because the word delusion means an idiosyncratic belief or impression that is firmly maintained despite being contradicted by what is generally accepted as reality or rational argument, typically a symptom of mental disorder. And I'm sorry, but that properly describes religious beliefs.
Words like, you are irrational.
And irrational means not logical or reasonable. Again, it fits the position that you hold, whether that makes you happy or not. We're evaluating the positions that you actually hold, the faith that you profess, and the arguments that you make, and we're finding them completely unconvincing and illogical. If you don't like us labeling you as you seem to be, maybe you need to reevaluate your beliefs.
Words like, you live in a different world. The idea is to make you feel like you are simpleton.
Then don't be a simpleton. Now, you might not think that you are, but to anyone outside of your religious fan club, that's how you look. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to say what I see from where I'm sitting. This is really just a call to emotion that you can't make us feel bad or you're a mean poopy pants. We're trying to have a discussion with adults, and we can't do that when religious believers operate like immature children.
You are idiot.
When you believe idiotic things, what do you expect? If you had to put up with adults who still believed in Santa Claus and spent every waking moment telling you about it, you'd think they were idiots too.
They have all kinds of words they throw around, and if you ask them, they probably don't even know and understand the words they use around.
Yes, we don't understand the words you are throwing around. But in the case of atheists, and I'm only going to speak for myself here, but I do know what you believe. I know why you believe it, and I know how it feels to believe it. But I don't care because none of those things makes what you believe actually so. And I'm only concerned with truth, not feelings. So when you enter into a debate with me, and theists love to do that, then I'm going to hold you accountable to the facts and to rationality and expect you to know how to be a logical adult. And most theists simply can't manage that.
There are two ways you can do this. Either you can match in word for word. That means that if you say you are delusional, you can have another good word to describe his actions.
Which, again, is just a childish way of operating. If someone says you're delusional, it is not mature to simply throw back an insult. The mature way to operate is to ask what you're doing that's delusional, what you're doing that's irrational, and to have an intellectual debate about what you're doing wrong and how you can fix it. Too bad that's not how the religious operate.
Or you can say things like, I'm sorry, right, but saying this is not even an argument. Can you explain why you believe S, B, and C?
And that's great. But again, that's not how the religious tend to operate, at least in my experience. They tend to get upset and call names and issue impotent threats of hell and sometimes even physical violence because they're not capable of stepping back and examining or dealing with their beliefs on anything remotely resembling a rational basis. I wish I could get into more debates with theists who would talk like intelligent adults. Unfortunately, I just don't.
Or you said you can say anything you want to say, right? You haven't answered my question.
That's what I say to theists all the time. Because when I ask why they take this God thing of theirs seriously, they throw around all kinds of irrational and emotional claims that don't really answer my question. Because they don't have an answer to my question. I wish they did. Because if they actually sat down and thought about it intellectually, instead of reacting emotionally, maybe there would be more of them realizing just how silly their religious beliefs actually are.
So my whole point is that when you debate them, be ready to hear some of these words they're going to use to describe our belief system.
Deservedly. Because the idea that you're going to hold stupid beliefs, but I'm not allowed to notice or point out how stupid they are because it hurts your precious widow fee-fees, that's not how this works. If you don't want to be criticized for holding irrational beliefs, don't hold irrational beliefs.
And when they say them, don't be moved. Find a tacit way of disbanding your argument. And at the end of the day, if he believes what you say, you have done a good job. If he doesn't believe what you are saying, shake his hand and just walk away.
The whole agree to disagree thing is childish on its face. There are facts and there are fallacies. You are only a worthwhile intellectual being if you care more about the facts than you do about the fallacies. But when it comes to religion, even the most intelligent, rational person throws all of that out the window because it feels good to think you're best buddies with the all-powerful creator of the universe. The whole idea is ridiculous on its face, but people would rather feel good than be right.
Very simple, right? Every time you meet an atheist and you're ready to debate him, be ready for some of these words.
For them to recognize what you're doing and tell you what you're doing? Yeah, be ready for that. Because that's how adults operate. If I ran up against some white supremacist, white nationalist, alt-right asshole, I'd tell them that they were stupid. Because they are. I don't care how that makes them feel either. Adults are expected to be able to deal with their emotions in an intellectual way.
Thanks for watching. I am Coach Sedimante for Evidential University.
This one is even better than last time. Now, he's congested demand for attention diversity, which is probably pretty accurate when you think about it.
Please subscribe to our channel and I'll see you next time.
Yes, you will. You won't like what I have to say, but you will see me. Now, I want to reiterate something that I've tried to say in every video, but I am absolutely not trying to make fun of this guy because of his accent. He's doing the best he can, and I understand I'm not his target audience. He's totally fine. YouTube, on the other hand, is not. Yes, it's hard to understand some of the things he says, but YouTube isn't making it any better. In fact, it's just making me laugh at how ridiculously unhelpful YouTube subtitles actually are. So, keep up the good work, Pastor. It's not you that I'm laughing at. But really, the idea that people need to take your feelings into consideration when you believe unjustifiable and irrational things, that's just silly. I have no obligation to make you happy. I don't have to respect your beliefs. I only have to care about the truth. And when what you believe does not conform to the demonstrable, evidence-based, rational truth, then I can and I will tell you that what you believe is wrong, especially if I find what you believe to be harmful to humanity overall. Casting me as mean doesn't make your beliefs any better. Telling people to walk away without considering how ridiculous their beliefs actually are, that's not helping anyone to improve. But this isn't about improvement, is it? It's about maintaining an emotionally comforting faith in the face of a reality that, let's be honest, laughs at it. And it should. So let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you know when I release more content. YouTube, like its subtitles, isn't making things easy for anyone. So make sure you come back, tell your friends, and fight the good fight against irrationality wherever you find it. They might not like it, they might not listen, but at least you have to try. It's really all we can do.